Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to dive into a topic that doesn't often grab headlines but can profoundly impact health, comfort, and overall well-being: the prostate. We're constantly bombarded with dietary advice for heart health or weight loss, but what we eat also plays a critical role in maintaining the health of this small gland located just below the bladder. When neglected, the prostate can cause significant issues, from inflammation to urinary disorders and even cancer. As a doctor, I've witnessed how certain foods can either protect this vital organ or silently contribute to its decline. Consider this a friendly yet urgent wake-up call. The foods you consume daily might be putting your prostate at risk without you even realizing it. In this discussion, I'll reveal 5 foods you should steer clear of to keep your prostate in top shape. But it's not all about what to avoid. I'll also share 5 nutrient-rich foods you should embrace to support prostate health, prevent complications, and help you live life to the fullest. Whether you've experienced urinary issues, inflammation, or simply want to take proactive steps for your prostate, you're in the right place. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of which everyday foods could be harming you and which ones can safeguard your prostate for the long haul. Let's start with the foods to avoid, beginning with processed meats like sausages, bacon, ham, chorizo, mortadella, and deli slices. These products are often packed with chemical preservatives such as nitrites and nitrates, used to enhance flavor and prolong shelf life. While convenient, these additives come with a hidden cost to your health, particularly your prostate. Inside the body, nitrites and nitrates can transform into carcinogenic compounds, which, in simple terms, may increase the risk of cancers, including prostate cancer. Beyond that, processed meats are typically high in sodium, leading to water retention and elevated blood pressure. At first, this might not seem directly tied to the prostate, but high sodium levels can strain the urinary system. Since the prostate plays a key role in urine flow, this added pressure can contribute to infections or exacerbate existing urinary issues. Additionally, processed meats are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats, which elevate bad cholesterol levels and fuel inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is a major driver of prostate problems, from benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) to more severe conditions like prostate cancer. If your breakfast often includes bacon or your lunch features sausages, it might be time to reconsider your choices. Opt instead for fresh, lean cuts of meat, poultry, fish, or eggs. For burger lovers, try making your own with quality ground meat and natural seasonings to avoid harmful preservatives and reduce stress on your prostate. Some studies also suggest that heavy consumption of processed meats can disrupt hormonal balance, particularly testosterone, which is critical for prostate health. Imbalanced hormones can make the prostate more susceptible to inflammation or abnormal growth. Cutting back on processed meats is a significant step toward maintaining stable hormone levels and supporting a healthier prostate. Next, let's talk about excessive dairy consumption. Growing up, we were told that milk, cheese, and yogurt are essential for strong bones, but consuming too much dairy can pose a real threat to your prostate. Milk contains a growth hormone called insulin-like growth factor 1 (IGF-1), and excessive dairy intake can elevate IGF-1 levels in the body, which studies have linked to a higher risk of prostate cancer. Dairy also naturally contains female hormones like estrogen and progesterone. In moderation, these hormones may not cause harm, but frequent consumption, say, dairy at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, can disrupt your body's hormonal balance. This imbalance may promote prostate inflammation or encourage abnormal cell growth, particularly if you have a family history of prostate issues. Additionally, casein, the primary protein in milk, can trigger inflammation in some people, which may affect the prostate. If you experience bladder pressure, difficulty urinating, or frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, your body might be signaling a problem. Reducing dairy could help alleviate these symptoms. For those who can't imagine life without dairy, consider switching to plant-based alternatives like almond, oat, or coconut milk, which are often fortified with vitamins and minerals. Non-dairy yogurts, such as those made from coconut or soy, offer similar digestive benefits without the hormonal overload. If cheese is your weakness, opt for less processed options like cottage cheese or ricotta, and keep portions in check. Small, intentional changes can yield significant benefits for your prostate and overall health. Another category to watch out for is foods high in saturated fats, like French fries, fast food, and fatty cuts of meat. These indulgent options can wreak havoc on your prostate. First, they contribute to chronic inflammation, a known risk factor for conditions like BPH and more serious prostate issues. An inflamed environment makes the prostate more vulnerable to dysfunction. Second, saturated fats can impair circulation by promoting plaque buildup in arteries, which reduces blood flow to prostate cells. This deprives them of essential oxygen and nutrients, creating conditions ripe for disease. Some research also suggests that a high intake of saturated fats can elevate levels of free testosterone. While testosterone is vital for male health, too much in an imbalanced hormonal environment can fuel abnormal cell growth in the prostate, especially if you're already at risk. To protect your prostate, cut back on fast food burgers, greasy fried chicken, and fatty beef or pork. Instead, incorporate healthier fat sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, or fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These alternatives support hormonal balance and reduce inflammation, key factors in maintaining prostate health. Excessive alcohol consumption is another threat to your prostate. While a beer during a game or a glass of wine with dinner might seem harmless, overindulgence can have serious consequences. Alcohol disrupts hormonal balance by increasing estrogen levels and lowering testosterone, which can exacerbate prostate issues. It also irritates the urinary system, including the bladder and prostate. If you frequently experience nighttime urination, difficulty starting urination, or a sensation of incomplete bladder emptying, your drinking habits might be contributing. Alcohol's diuretic properties can lead to dehydration, concentrating your urine and increasing its acidity, which irritates the bladder and prostate. Over time, this irritation can cause chronic inflammation and potentially more severe problems. To mitigate this, try alternating alcoholic drinks with water or other non-alcoholic beverages at social events. Reducing alcohol doesn't mean giving up enjoyment, it's about making choices that support your prostate and overall well-being. Finally, among the worst offenders are refined sugars and simple carbohydrates found in white bread, sugary sodas, pastries, chocolate bars, and office donuts. These foods cause rapid blood sugar spikes, triggering insulin surges that can lead to systemic inflammation, exactly what you want to avoid for a healthy prostate. Excess sugar also contributes to abdominal weight gain, which can disrupt hormone levels by increasing estrogen and suppressing testosterone. If you've noticed increased urination or pelvic discomfort, this hormonal imbalance could be a factor. Simple carbs provide quick energy, but leave you hungry and craving more sugar, promoting a cycle that can lead to insulin resistance. Some studies link insulin resistance to accelerated prostate cell growth and a higher cancer risk. To break this cycle, swap refined carbs for complex ones like brown rice, quinoa, oats, or 100% whole wheat bread, which digest slowly and prevent blood sugar spikes. For sweet cravings, choose low glycemic fruits like berries, apples, or pears, which offer natural sweetness, vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber to combat inflammation. Now, let's shift to the positive, foods that can actively support your prostate. First, consider tomatoes, which are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer and slower progression of BPH. Lycopene fights oxidative stress, which accelerates cellular aging and abnormal growth. Cooking tomatoes enhances lycopene's bioavailability, so while fresh tomatoes are great in salads, you'll get even more benefits from roasted tomatoes, tomato soup, or homemade sauces. Blend them into stews, pasta dishes, or vegetable juices for variety. Tomatoes also provide vitamin C and potassium, which reduce inflammation, regulate blood pressure, and support bladder muscle function, all of which benefit the prostate. Next, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and cabbage are packed with sulforaphane, a compound that reduces inflammation and may lower prostate cancer risk. Sulforaphane helps the liver detoxify harmful substances that could otherwise trigger inflammation or cellular changes. These vegetables also promote hormonal balance by reducing excess estrogen, which can contribute to prostate enlargement. Their high fiber content aids digestion, preventing constipation and straining that can worsen pelvic discomfort. If plain steamed broccoli isn't appealing, try stir-frying it with garlic and olive oil or roasting cauliflower with turmeric for a flavorful, prostate-friendly dish.